Well, good morning, friends. Let us learn the other parts of preposition. Well, now we are going to learn of, into, onto, and upon. Well, of is used in the case of when you are denoting within it. Clear? He is the PM of Israel. You can't use in Israel or within Israel. Will be incorrect form of you of Israel. I think of doing, right? Not I think at or in doing will be incorrect form of English. He's fond of chocolates, not fond in chocolates, right? Will be incorrect. I am tired of doing, tired of doing, fond of chocolates, think of doing, PM of Israel, like that. Of is used in those conditions, right? Into is used in the case of motion or changing shape. He is running into the room. Room is a closed place. In the closed place, when you are showing the movement or non-static condition, then you have to use into. But when it is a open place, he is running in the garden. Then into will not be correct, because in the case of open place, into is not used, in is used. He is playing in the garden. He was playing in the garden. So garden is an open place. In open place, into is not used, in is used. But in the case of changing shape or motion, I jumped into the well. So well defines this a well. When you are jumping, you are going downward. In the case of downward condition, we have to use into. I jumped into the well, right? He was changing into the matter. If you write like that, then it will be incorrect. Preposition is not needed. You are changing the matter will be correct. Clear? So, where the case of motion or changing shape, you can use into, right? Let me talk with regards to onto. On is called surface. On is surface, and to is called shipment. So in the case of shipment of surface, we do use onto. He jumped onto the wall. Wall is a surface, and you are shaping you are changing the shape. That's why you are using onto. Clear? He ran onto the bridge, if we say like that. Is it correct? For bridge is this shape. So run is a matter of into, not onto. In this condition, onto is not be applied. Onto will be applied when there is a surface only. Clear? So here onto will not be correct into. So in the case of surface, I throw the bags onto the table. So throwing like that, if it is a table for you, you are here, clear, and you are throwing a bag from this side and it comes to this side. So on this place is called on, and changing the shape is called to. So onto will be correct form of you. So in the case of when you are changing the shape of surface is called onto in preposition. Let me talk with regards to upon. Upon is in a upward direction. Up means upward direction. On means a surface. Clear? Up means upward direction and on means surface. I jumped upon the bed. So when you are using jumped into the bed will be incorrect. On the bed will be incorrect. Why are you going to use upon? Bed is like that, right? You are here jumping and under 1 second you are coming in the same place. That's why it is an on surface for you, and as you are jumping, though up will be the used. Up will be used here. I jumped upon the bed. He went upon the stage. Once something which is showing going upward direction, it will be stage is here. Suppose some people are sitting here or stage is here, so you are going upward, up, so up, and stage is on surface. That's why that's why you are going to use upon. He went upon the stage. Thank you very much for learning for these 4 prepositions of, into, onto, upon. Let me talk with regards to across. Across is used at the time of crossing something, right? The plane, as I said, the plane ran across the sea. So sea is crossing. I stood across the corner of a building. It defines that the corner, the pointing of corner, you have to use across. I stood across the corner of a building, right? He changed across the line. So defining changing or crossing the line, you are using across the line, across the sea, across the corner. We do use across in those conditions only. Let me talk with regards to above. Above is used just opposite to below. He scored above 80%. It defines more than that, 80%, right? They are above their lines. So defines above their lines means if there is a 20, 10, 20, 30, but they are at the position of 40. So it is showing their above their lines, right? Opposite to above will be below. He was below the rank. So defining opposite to above, below. So these 2 prepositions are not used in many cases, but some cases. Let me talk with regards to beneath. Beneath is used in the case of lower status or less effective. How can you use beneath? Her salary is beneath her husband. Right. His rank is beneath his wife. He was swimming beneath the Pacific Ocean. So in that conditions we do use beneath. Beneath is a lower than her husband. Beneath here defining status. Beneath his wife. He was swimming beneath the Pacific Ocean. You know, Pacific Ocean is so bigger that no one can cover. So beneath is used in that condition only. Thank you very much for learning preposition. If you like, then do subscribe, please.